Hello, Paul Lobb with an NBN News update. Parts of Scone are flooding after a deluge of heavy rain across the Upper Hunter. This is the scene in Aberdeen Street, Scone, a short time ago. And that's Ernie True wading through the fast-flowing brown water to get back to his wife Sandra. The water has inundated the lower level of their home. Ernie says it's the worst flooding he's seen in 2 decades. Kingdon Ponds at Scone has broken its banks, spilling over low-lying paddocks, and the New England Highway has been cut, but heavy vehicles are reportedly being allowed through. Highways are also flooded around Singleton, Gunnedah, Narrabri, Breeza and Weewaw. We'll have the latest on the flooding in NBN News at 6.
Demolition disgrace.
My whole backyard has collapsed.
I had anxiety.
This site was clear, but it's left cherished family homes crumbling.
This was not the right development for this tiny piece of land.
Who's to blame and who's going to fix it?
It will get worse.
A current affair tonight.
With Australia's native wildflowers under threat, pushed closer to extinction by the devastating bushfires, Botanica has partnered with WWF to help save threatened wildflower species from extinction. Botanica by Airwick. Home fragrances made with the planet in mind.
Appliances Online legendary Black Friday deals are now on. Enjoy great prices across a range of big brands. Plus free next day delivery and free removal and recycling of your old products. Plus 24/7 Australian customer support. Hurry, ends 29th November. Receive 20% off your favourite Pandora pieces this Black Friday weekend. Available for a limited time only. Conditions and exclusions apply.
From Polaris, the world leader in off-road utility vehicles, is this Ranger 150. Off-roading heaven for kids, built with unrivaled safety features to put your mind at ease. Speed control and geofencing at your fingertips. You set the boundaries and the speeds. This is industry-leading technology meets kid-friendly performance. Let's get our kids back outside.
Discover a world of deliciousness with Red Rock Deli.
Could you afford vet bills like these? With PD Pet Insurance, you can comprehensively insure your pet for less than $2 a day. Go to pd.com.au and buy online to get your first month free. PD Pet Insurance for great pet parents.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks, but there's another big bank snapping at their heels. With 1.9 million customers, it's regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
I love to visit my grandma.
Barbecue with friends, yep, love it.
We love family time.
Whatever you love to do, there's a home on display to suit you. Explore it now. Explore Housing World in our brand new location. Wattigan Park, Patrick Drive or Freeman Drive, Coorombong. Go to explorehousingworld.com.au for more information.
Now let's go wag tortoise.
Will this tricky tortoise
stay on?
Finally step out?
Just one foot. Come on, good boy.
New Taronga, tonight on 9.
Listen. Listen to your mum. To your dad. Listen to the past. And the future. Listen to the good stuff. To the hard stuff. But just listen, because everything is better when you listen. Audible. Download the app and start listening today.
Receive 20% off your favourite Pandora pieces this Black Friday weekend. Available for a limited time only. Conditions and exclusions apply. Appliances Online legendary Black Friday deals are now on. Enjoy great prices across a range of big brands such as Westinghouse and Electrolux. Plus free next day delivery and free removal and recycling of your old products. Hurry, ends 29th November.
What have we got here? Vanished Gold Multi-Power. Looks like they're daring me to rewear. I wore this favourite when Ollie was born. It's looking pretty drab. Let's give it a crack. The colour is amazing and the stains disappeared. This looks awesome.
Will you dare to rewear?
How can you secure the world's latest solar technology before rebates reduce? Call 1300 Sunboost and lock the stock of Australia's largest solar company. Get the new 6.6 kilowatt summer saver package for just $43.91. Call 1300 Sunboost. Offer must end Tuesday.
Could you afford vet bills like these? With PD Pet Insurance, you can comprehensively insure your pet for less than $2 a day. Go to pd.com.au and buy online to get your first month free. PD Pet Insurance for great pet parents.
Our huge Black Friday sale is now on at Bingley.
It's Black Friday until Monday.
5 days of bargains on everything from TVs and technology to fridges, washers and cooking.
But it all ends on Monday.
The Black Friday sale at Bingley.
The Beds R Us blackout sale is on. Save up to 50% on all our Aussie made mattresses, plus an extra 10% off the sale price. Hurry, huge blackout deals end soon. Excludes classic range. Beds R Us blackout sale on now.
Palm Lake Resort is already famous for stunning homes, a world-class country club lifestyle, and a great community of friends. For a limited time, we're giving away a new 4-seat club car, valued at up to $20,000 with every new home at selected Palm Lake Resorts. This is your time for whatever you love.
Priceline Pharmacy's 5-day Black Friday sale is on now with thousands of great offers across the store. Get half price on a huge range of big brands as well as 40% of selected skincare and lots more. Hurry, sale ends Monday.
He changed the course of history and saved millions of lives.
We were going to break an unbreakable code and win the war.
But why did the world turn against him? Benedict Cumberbatch, Keira Knightley.
This morning, I went through a city that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for you.
The Imitation Game, tonight on 9GM. This program brought to you by Beyersdorf. Value and quality direct to you.
Hello, Paul Lobb with an NBN News update. Parts of Scone are flooding after a deluge of heavy rain across the Upper Hunter. This is the scene in Aberdeen Street, Scone, a short time ago. And that's Ernie True wading through the fast-flowing brown water to get back to his wife Sandra. The water has inundated the lower level of their home. Ernie says it's the worst flooding he's seen in 2 decades. Ponds at Scone has broken its banks, spilling over low-lying paddocks, and the New England Highway has been cut, but heavy vehicles are reportedly being allowed through. Highways are also flooded around Singleton, Gunnedah, Narrabri, Breeza and Weewaw. We'll have the latest on the flooding in NBN News at 6.
Demolition disgrace. This site was cleared, but it's left cherished family homes crumbling. Who's to blame and who's going to fix it? A current affair tonight.
'Tis the Sunday to be jolly.
This is block-level drama.
On the grand finale showdown, a champion will be crowned. Who will win?
I'm about to blow your mind.
Christmas special grand finale, Sunday at 7.
At Amart Furniture, our Black Friday sale is on now, where you can save up to 50% off absolutely everything, living, dining, sofas, outdoor and more. So get in quickly. Amart Furniture, stores open till 9 p.m.
When you choose Allianz Comprehensive Car Insurance, you can choose to save on your premium by simply increasing your basic excess. Search Allianz Car Insurance to get your quote today.
The power inside you, women can touch it. We protect the world. The last battle is coming. There's no turning back.
Light and Easy partners with home care package providers so older Australians can have affordable access to healthy, delicious meals. In fact, home care package recipients could even save 70% off the cost of their meals.
It's very affordable because home care pays 2/3 and I only pay 1/3. So who wouldn't go with it?
It's an excellent solution for a single person because there's no waste and it's so easy.
To find out more, call Light and Easy on 13 15 12.
You know, the problem with having a wild one, it's kind of hard to contain. Unless it's resting.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Right now, it's time to get 100% comfy with OMF's Black Friday 55% off sale. Like buy any OMF mattress protector and get a big 55% off modern, 55% off the signature, 55% off the family. Plus, get our 200-night comfort guarantee, plus up to 50 months interest-free. Now that's 100% comfy. OMF's Black Friday 55% off sale. Ends soon at Finder's best-rated mattress brand, OMF.
Everyone. Everybody needs an outlet.
Chic Extreme 3 Sensitive Disposable Razor 4-pack, only $3.99. Colgate Plaque 1 litre mouthwash, only $6.50. Dermal Therapy range, 15% off our everyday low price. Plus your chance to win $1,000 every day with Dermal Therapy. One lucky winner per week. Terms and conditions apply. Chemist Outlet.
My name is Detective Rainey Sullivan. My father was killed in 1996. That's me. Hello? I spoke to him.
20 years apart.
Dad?
It's me. We're rewriting history.
I remember it both ways.
But you can't change the past.
Time is moving parallel.
Without altering the future.
History keeps changing.
Frequency. Stream every episode on 9 now. Your world of free entertainment.
How can you secure the world's latest solar technology before rebates reduce? Call 1300 Sunboost and lock the stock of Australia's largest solar company. Get the new 6.6 kilowatt summer saver package for just $43.91. Call 1300 Sunboost. Offer must end Tuesday.
What's this?
Authentic street food. Dig in. Uh-oh, party's over, folks.
With added germ kill, Mortein Power Guards all-in-one spray eliminates insects and 99.9% of the germs they carry.
Hey, mate.
Hey, traveller.
Sort of doing 100.
We'll see you when you get here, mate.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Good. We need to go back. 60-ish.
It's around about 85.
Casual speeding is the biggest cause of deaths and serious injuries on New South roads. Let's all stop being so casual about it.
The Honda HR-V has something for everyone to enjoy, including the confidence of 5 low-price services, 5-year warranty and 5-year roadside assist. With the new Honda Road Ahead Guarantee. The Honda HR-V. Joy for all sorts.
Black November ends Sunday at Nick Scali's. We must clear our floor stock and discontinued lines. Lounges reduced, dining tables reduced, dining chairs reduced, and much more. Limited stock ends Sunday. Black November at all Nick Scali stores. Hurry.
Switch on, step out, and celebrate together. Magical moments for all the family to share at Hunter Valley Gardens. With more than 3 million sparkling lights, glittering gardens, and fantastic rides, there's something for everyone. Christmas together has never looked brighter. Bookings are essential. Don't miss out. Visit hvg.com.au.
Domain is your outdoor furniture destination. Create your outdoor living space with the latest in designer outdoor lounges and dining furniture. Versatile options to suit every style. Make the most of smaller spaces with balcony and bar furniture. Complete your look with our gorgeous range of accessories, including Australian-made outdoor cushions, customised to suit your style. Plus, get cooking with the latest in barbecues from all the big brands. Experience the difference. Everything you need to style your outdoor retreat. Now at Domain.
Coming up in NBN News, major flooding is hitting the upper Hunter town of Scone. Homes are going under and the New England Highway is flooded. The lower level of Sandra and Ernie True's house is awash with brown water. Locals say it's the worst flooding they've seen in 20 years. We'll have the latest on the flooding tonight at 6.
'Tis the Sunday to be jolly.
It's the miracle.
On the grand finale showdown.
Scotty Cam's dream Lego kit. I'm excited.
Christmas magic will wow Australia. A champion will be crowned.
This is block level drama.
Who will win?
I'm about to blow your mind.
And take home the ultimate Christmas trophy.
The winner of Christmas will take home this incredible trophy.
Where is it?
Who took the trophy?
Christmas special grand finale, Sunday at 7.
Broken down, eh, Keith? Oh dear. Some insurers don't offer free roadside assist for a year, but Amy does, with a new Amy Comprehensive Car Insurance Policy. Does your insurer offer this? Amy.
Everything you need for easy entertaining this Christmas. Like the Coles Australian Victorian ash smoked crackling rib rack roast ham. Just $24 per kilo.
What are you offering? They're gone. What do you mean they're gone? The snacks, they're gone, missing. Well, they have to be here somewhere. They're not here. They can't just get up and walk away.
All right, only 13 more hours to go.
M&M's, now with crunchy caramel inside.
Black November ends Sunday at Nick Scali. We must clear our floor stock and discontinued lines up to 30, 40 and 50% off. Our floor stock must go. Limited stock ends Sunday. Black November at all Nick Scali stores. Hurry.
Harvey Norman, Big Friday, one-day only deals. Theragun Pro Percussive Massager now $588. TCL 55-inch Quad HD Smart TV, just $649. Electrolux Bake and Steam Oven, $698. Hire fridge with water dispenser, $788. Plus get 60 months interest-free, no deposit, no interest from Latitude, with 60 approximately equal monthly payments, and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. Stores open late tonight with more Big Friday deals at Harvey Norman.
Go! It's value the Australian way this Christmas with Coles' amazing pavlova vases, ready for you to turn into an easy masterpiece. And down to just $5.40 each. Great pay. Only at Coles.
When it comes to COVID vaccinations, we've just got one thing to say. Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks. Thanks for getting vaccinated. Thank you.
1 million thanks.
Thanks, Australia.
I was just texting you to say thanks.
Thanks for getting the shot.
Thank you.
Great job, Australia. Thumbs up. High five.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Awesome jab. Thank you.
Great job.
Coming up, major flooding in the Upper Hunter. Homes and streets awash in Scone after a deluge of rain. We have the latest from our reporter on the scene. Also, the local Black Friday shopping frenzy and fireworks returning to Newcastle.
Demolition distress. This site was cleared, but it's left cherished family homes crumpled. Who's to blame and who's going to fix it? A current affair tonight.
Hey Google, pause. Hey Google, play Stranger Things on Netflix on the TV. Follow the chase from your kitchen, living room, or any room. Get whole home entertainment with Google Nest.
Receive 20% off your favorite Pandora pieces this Black Friday weekend. Available for a limited time only. Conditions and exclusions apply.
With Australia's native wildflowers under threat, pushed closer to extinction by the devastating bushfires, Botanica has partnered with WWF to help save threatened wildflower species from extinction. Botanica by Airwick, home fragrances made with the planet in mind. Speaking.
We're going to use your design. It was a great presentation.
Enjoy incredible Black Friday offers across world-leading kitchen and laundry brands at Winning Appliances, including Ilvi, Fialba, Asco, Miller and Smeg. Hurry for a limited time. Visit a Winning Appliances showroom, speak to a product expert or take a virtual showroom tour today.
Harvey Norman, your destination for outdoor living, with our huge range of outdoor furniture and barbecues. The latest trends in timber, stone, aluminium and wicker, lounges or dining. Find the perfect solution to complete your alfresco area. A versatile collection for the ultimate in choice. Barbecues from all the big brands. Beefeater, Everdew, Gasmate, Massport and Oklahoma Joe's, including smokers for slow cooking, charcoal grills, plus outdoor kitchens and fully customizable solutions. So much more to explore in our huge range. Now at Harvey Norman, your destination for outdoor living.
Go!
Just right fusion, crunchy granola.
And crispy cereal.
Delicious.
It's delicious. What a combination.
The story of a rock and roll legend, Freddie Mercury.
I'm going to be what I was born to be, performer.
The Oscar-winning movie smash hit, Bohemian Rhapsody. Tonight on 9.
That place that you've been seeing.
Welcome. It's real.
Showtime.
To summer's biggest new shows.
Oh my God.
Whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it.
All exclusive.
Can you believe this?
I'm mad.
And all
Completely
free.
I'm free.
Really?
That's so awesome.
The hottest new dramas.
Addictive TV.
Oh my God.
All free and exclusive to 9 now.
I'm the only real friend you got in the whole world.
Aww. Yeah, how sweet.
9 now.
Your world of free entertainment. This program brought to you by Beyersdorf. Value and quality direct to you.
Coming up, major flooding in the Upper Hunter. Homes and streets awash in Scone after a deluge of rain. We have the latest from our reporter on the scene. Also, the local Black Friday shopping frenzy and fireworks returning to Newcastle.
Tonight, heartache in the Upper Hunter. Homes inundated as swollen rivers rise.
A dramatic flood rescue in the northwest with a man winched from the roof of his car.
The father of a former New South Wales police minister found guilty over a Hunter hit and run.
Australian soldiers on their way to the strife-torn Solomon Islands.
And Pat Cummins named Australia's new Test captain, while Tim Payne takes a break from cricket.
This is NBN News.
Good evening. The flood emergency that's gripped parts of New South Wales this week has gone from bad to worse, with homes now inundated in the Upper Hunter.
Worst hit is Scone, and that's where reporter Jane Goldsmith is for us tonight. Jane, what's the latest there?
Tash, the SES is tonight preparing to evacuate 77 homes if needed. Now, you can see the floodwater here behind me. Homes and roads in this part of Scone have been inundated today. The SES says that rivers and creeks are starting to recede slightly, but there is plenty more rain forecast for this evening. Now, the good news is that there is some federal disaster relief funding on the way for those affected here in the Upper Hunter, as well as the New South Wales Northwest and the Mid-North Coast. Her home surrounded by metres of floodwater. Sandra True is evacuated after breaking an ankle in her Scone home. A delicate operation, emergency services ferrying her to safety in an inflatable raft. Her house impacted by the worst flooding the Upper Hunter town has seen in decades.
This morning when I woke up, it was only up to the back fence line. We thought, oh, well, it's all right. And then all of a sudden I walked to the front to have a cup of coffee, and I seen the water rushing around the front of the house, and I thought, oh, so that's when we noticed it was rising.
Homes in Aberdeen Street flooded after torrential rain lashed the region overnight and this morning. Earlier, Ernie True waded through the waters, salvaging what he could. He and his wife have lost treasured possessions which belonged to her late mother, stored in the garage.
We're going to stick here as long as we can. nothing we can do.
Creeks have swollen and merged, causing major flooding in the town. A flood marker showing the depth at 2 metres.
There's a fair bit of water around, which is probably the most we've had since, I think, 92.
Children unable to go to school made the most of the soaking. While right across the region, towns have been drenched, parts of the state receiving 100 millimetres of rain in the last few days. At Cassillis, west of Merriwa, 6 homes were evacuated this morning, including the home of the town's only police officer. It was slow going on the New England Highway, knee-deep water across the road causing major delays. Low-lying roads and paddocks transformed into torrents, and some cut off from home, forced to sit and wait it out.
We went to the shops, bought groceries for the week, and we've got snacks. So we're just going to sit here and wait.
65 millimetres of rain has fallen overnight and this morning on already saturated ground here in Scone, causing the flooding. A long night ahead for emergency services, as nervous locals hope floodwaters recede. Jane Goldsmith, NBN News.
To the northwest now, where major flood warnings are again in place. Reporter Sophie Scanlon joins us live from Gunnedah. Sophie, what's the situation tonight?
Well, Tash, the region is absolutely saturated. In fact, the water behind me is slowly starting to rise again. And with more rain on the way, a major flood warning is back in place for Gunnedah this weekend. Further up the Namoy in Weewar, and the town is completely isolated, now only accessible by air. And with the weather and the warnings changing so frequently, authorities are urging residents to stay informed and stay vigilant. A dramatic rescue at Karuna, southwest of Tamworth, with an RFS chopper winching a man from the top of his car, stuck in more than a metre of floodwater. The rescue, one of many across the northwest in the last 24 hours.
People are just ignoring road closed signs and then putting themselves in danger, and then putting other people in danger with the volunteers to go to rescue them.
As the Namoy River continues to rise, Weewar has become an island. Access to the town now cut off in a 20-kilometre radius.
It's a bit tedious, and you get levee bank fever when it goes on for a long time and you can't get out of the levee bank, but we've got everything we need in town though.
Residents have been told to prepare to be stranded for up to 10 days, but they say they're ready.
Town life continues much the same, and now we have helicopters that bring supplies in and out and take people in and out if we need it, and people bring their tractors into town and have a car park somewhere when they get close enough to town they can get in.
While the town is protected by a levee, many farmers aren't so lucky, forced to move livestock to higher ground. But nothing can be done for the grain that's now underwater.
It's not only the physical effect of having your crop wiped out, it's also the mental. You've put 12 months worth of effort into getting a crop and it's wiped out in a short period of time.
Most crops have been severely downgraded, farmers going from some of the best prices in recent years to some of the worst. But the New South Wales Farmers Federation's calls have been answered, with assistance now available for those in Gunnedah, Narrabri and the Gwydir LGAs. Narrabri is experiencing moderate flooding as the river breaks its banks. Tamworth hasn't escaped either, the city cut in half, with Scotts Road and Kalala Lane now closed.
Have a look at the flood warnings and flood watches. There's also a number of sites from BOM that will show you the river levels.
Sophie Scanlon, NBN News.
NBN weatherman Gavin Morris joins us now.
And Gav, is there any relief on the way for the flood-affected areas?
There is for now, but it's going to take weeks for these floodwaters to flow downstream. The system has intensified. It's passed. We've got a new threat now. The cooler southerly winds have been sweeping in as the low now moves offshore, and that is still driving in showers, but it's still going to collide with that very warm tropical air mass over northern New South Wales. So this is where we're still going to see storms flare up throughout tomorrow. This is all cool, cloudy, windy conditions with showers driving through. But there's another system on the way, not as severe, but it'll add to the problems next week. So I'll return with a closer look at all of your local details later in the bulletin.
Thanks, Gav.
Thank you, Gav. Australia has a new Test cricket captain, fast bowler Pat Cummins. He replaces Tim Payne, who's announced an indefinite leave of absence in the wake of the sexting scandal, while Steve Smith returns to a leadership role as Cummins' deputy.
It's seen as the second most important job in the country behind the Prime Minister. And a kid from Penrith, Pat Cummins, is now the captain of the Australian Test cricket team.
I'm not going to be anyone different. I'm going to be myself. And, hopefully that's enough.
At just 28, he is one of the only fast bowlers to ever captain Australia in Test cricket. And the first assignment couldn't be tougher for the brand new dad. An Ashes Test in just 12 days, while replacing Tim Payne in the wake of his sexting scandal.
I spoke to him on the phone this morning, and I guess I'll start by saying just we really feel for Tim and his family.
One of 5 kids, Cummins grew up in the lower Blue Mountains and went to school at St Paul's Grammar in Penrith. A talented cricketer, he played first grade for Penrith Cricket Club against men when he was just 16. Ron House gave Cummins his first start at Penrith's Howell Oval and said it was clear he had raw talent.
We watched him in the nets and he was scaring a few people, and we just agreed then that we need to pick this kid in first grade.
Cummins made his debut for Australia in South Africa at just 18 years old, the youngest Test player for 60 years.
Brilliant stuff from Cummins. That's a moment he's going to remember for a long, long time.
A man of the match performance at the Wanderers in Johannesburg when he took 7 wickets and hit the winning boundary.
How about that?
But Cummins would have to wait 6 more years to play his next Test match. Constant injuries and concerns he would never play again, let alone captain his country.
It's a little bit daunting, and you're trying to find your feet and you're trying to find your style and what best suits you. So it's going to take a little bit of time. I think he's going to take more wickets and become a better bowler.
Cummins has now taken 164 Test wickets in 34 matches. His achievements with the ball made more remarkable, given at 4 years old, he lost the top of one of his fingers.
She slammed the door, top of my finger came off. So I've lost about a centimetre off the top of my bowling finger.
Cummins was one of the bowlers during Sandpapergate. His captain then was Steve Smith. Steve today putting that saga behind him, now named vice-captain.
There'll be some negativity from some people around it. I understand that and I get that. But for me, I know that I've grown a great deal over the last 3 or 4 years.
The captaincy comes at a difficult time for Pat Cummins, with Tim Payne today confirming he is taking an immediate and indefinite mental health break from the game, meaning he's almost certainly played his last Test match for Australia. But the men who have worn the baggy green want one thing from the new skipper.
It's the ultimate honour to walk out into the field captaining Australia against the old arch enemy in England. So what a great scenario to play your first Test as captain.
With names like Bradman, Morris, Benno, Chappell, Border, Waugh, Ponting and Clark, captaining Australia in Test cricket is a big job, no matter how it comes your way.
When it comes to kind of moral character, I'm probably my own harshest critic and judge on that.
Chris O'Keefe, NBN News.
The father of former New South Wales Police Minister Troy Grant has been found guilty over a fatal hit and run in the Hunter. Ken Grant claimed he was sleepwalking when he got behind the wheel, but a judge found alcohol was to blame.
Ken Grant, once a respected police officer, now a criminal. The 72-year-old today convicted of 3 charges over a fatal hit and run in 2019. A police body cam capturing the moment officers encountered him soon after.
What's your name? Ken Grant. My son was the police minister.
Today, Troy Grant watched on via video link as a judge detailed how his father struck 62-year-old scientist Tony Greenfield at Bulwarra near Maitland.
What did you hit? What did you hit? No?
Ken Grant had been at a Christmas party earlier that night. After being pulled over by police following a low-speed pursuit, he was breath tested and blew 0.108. A blood test later returned a reading of 0.194.
Have you had any alcohol drink tonight? Yes.
Grant's lawyers argued the 72-year-old was sleepwalking when he got behind the wheel and his actions weren't voluntary. But today, a judge found alcohol was to blame, calling it abhorrent driving. During the trial, Troy Grant claimed his father had a history of sleepwalking, describing how on one occasion He was trying to climb out of a window and stated he was going for a swim. But the judge found on the night in question he hadn't even fallen asleep, and that his responses to police were consistent with a conscious and voluntary decision to drive. Ken Grant remains on bail, but the 72-year-old is now facing a maximum 10 years behind bars. Sentencing will begin in February. Tyson Cottrell, NBN News.
No new COVID cases have been linked to a Byron Bay backpackers, but those at the hostel remain in lockdown tonight. The situation becoming cramped as more than 80 people quarantine for the next 6 days.
So far, the Aquarius backpackers remains COVID-free after an unvaccinated staff member tested positive earlier this week, plunging 81 staff members and guests into lockdown. There may be no cases, but all inside are classified as close contacts, required to isolate for a week.
We have to stay in our rooms for 7 days and get tested again on the 6th day to see if anything has slipped through.
Now it's a waiting game as those inside see out their time. The biggest challenge for each individual, sharing a room with 9 other people, limited facilities and no fridge. They're still trying to keep in high spirits.
Things like this are going to happen. It is what it is. Just got to deal with it and roll with the punches.
There is a concern that those inside aren't able to properly isolate.
We need to make it as safe as possible, ensure that we can isolate as much as we can, but obviously with a backpackers unit that's going to be challenging.
Northern New South Wales Health District is looking at other options.
17 motorhomes will be set up at the Lismore Showground to allow those in the hostel to better isolate until their Day 6 test result comes back.
It makes perfect sense to move them on over to Lismore and give them more space. We don't want another Ruby Princess situation. It seems a bit strange to lock them all into one space and increase the risks of infection.
Authorities say Byron Bay is not in the clear yet. The community should stay vigilant.
This should be a reminder to all the community that COVID is in our community. It's here. We're going to get cases pop up.
Gracie Richter, NBN News.
There's been a big drop in COVID cases across the Hunter, New England, with just 15 today, and only 5 of those were in the Hunter. Lake Macquarie has seen 3 new infections, Newcastle 2. Health officials, however, are concerned about virus fragments being detected at Denman, where there are no known cases. Mid-Coast has recorded its lowest COVID numbers in weeks, with just 2 new infections, 1 each in Taree and Strathcedar. Further north, there were 2 new cases in Coffs Harbour and 1 at Kempsey. 2 are linked to a cluster, 1 is a close contact. Fragments of the virus have also been detected in sewage at Crescent Head.
Light rail services have been suspended in Newcastle after a mechanical issue was discovered with the 6 Spanish-made trams used on the network. Transport for New South Wales says the fault, identified yesterday, is not related to the cracking issue that saw Sydney's Inner West Light Rail shut down last month. It says Keolis Downer is working to fix the problem and hopes to have some trams ready to take passengers again by Monday. The trams are the same model as the Inner West fleet but contain newer parts.
Its origins are in the US, but retailers in the Hunter have embraced the rise of shopping phenomenon Black Friday. Many offered up lucrative deals today, competing for shoppers' hard-earned in the lead-up to the festive season.
There was no stampede as the shutters went up. The start of Black Friday, at least, a more subdued affair in the Hunter. Still, a few savvy shoppers were up early to score a bargain.
Anybody that's here is here for the sales, of course. I even took a day off.
Retailers at Westfield Katara, among those across the region, hoping to convince customers to spend any pandemic savings, tempting them with anywhere from 20 to 50% off. Some filled up trolleys, while others were loaded up with bags.
I picked up some great bags. We've got 20% off Mimco. And we've got 50% off at Dover Jones.
With Christmas only weeks away, Pandora was also popular.
Well, I've got triplet sisters at home, and I've got a mum and my grandma and my other nana, so yeah, I'm going to get some nice Pandora charms here.
The retail industry expects nearly $6 billion to be spent in stores across the country this weekend and another $2 billion online, after an otherwise lacklustre year partially spent in lockdown. Sam Burbury, NBN News.
It's one of the most popular community events on Newcastle's calendar, and it's finally back after a 2-year COVID hiatus. The much-loved New Year's Eve celebration is returning to the foreshore with fireworks, DJ sets, roving entertainers and amusement rides set to bring a fun, festive atmosphere to the Harbourside precinct.
We want to say goodbye to 2020 and 2021, some of the toughest years we've had. And we can celebrate on the foreshore all the way from Lynch's Prawns right through to the station. There'll be family-friendly activities all along the foreshore.
Newcastle Council is working with New South Wales Health to ensure the event is COVID safe, and while the fireworks are full steam ahead, the traditional main stage concert will not take place.
Let's take a quick look at the weather across the region today. And of course, it was a wet one, as we've seen, keeping those temperatures down a little. Nobby's reached a top of 18 degrees. At Maitland today, 18 was the maximum as well. Singleton, very soggy, and 19 degrees.
Coming up after the break in the news, dozens killed by an explosion at a Siberian coal mine.
Police give an update on the William Till search.
And the new vouchers about to pop up in your Service New South Wales app.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care!
We are back, folks. We can see people again. Can you believe it?
Frank, they're gone. What do you mean they're gone? The snacks, they're gone. They're missing. Well, they have to be here somewhere. They're not here. Just get up and walk away.
All right, only 13 more hours to go.
M&M's, now with crunchy caramel inside.
Emmy is desperate for a win.
Give me 48 hours and you will have a book.
And finds a family secret.
You need to rip off this journal.
That changes everything.
You just become your mother and boom, all your dreams come true.
Hello!
So good to meet you.
You charming playboy.
I think I'm charming.
He has got a rush. What? Basil!
The Stan original film Christmas on the Farm premieres December 1 only on Stan. If there was ever a time to be kinder to one another, it's now. Because when we spread kindness, it goes further than we think. Helga's kindness is good for us.
Hey, I'm Andy.
Hey, Andy.
And I'm Andy's dandruff. Where my itches at?
Itch ruining your move? That could be dandruff. Silence it. Head & Shoulders removes up to 100% of dandruff and itch. Head & Shoulders.
How can you secure the world's latest solar technology before rebates reduce? Call 1300 Sunboost and lock the stock of Australia's largest solar company. Get the new 6.6 kilowatt summer saver package for just $43.91. Call 1300 Sunboost. Offer must end Tuesday.
Black November ends Sunday at Nick Scali. We must clear our floor stock and discontinued lines. Lounges reduced, dining tables reduced, dining chairs reduced, and much more. Limited stock ends Sunday. Black November at all Nick Scali stores. Hurry.
The new Cub Cadet Electric Series with advanced non-fade battery power. Clean, quiet, easy. Cub Cadet, pure power. Drive it. We dare you.
Harvey Norman Big Friday on now. Get up to a massive 20% off selected Microsoft Surface. Get creative with the Cricut Maker Machine. Now $398, save $100. This Garmin Fenix 6S Pro GPS watch now half price at just $574. Plus get 60 months interest free, no deposit, no interest from Latitude with 60 approximately equal monthly payments and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. Stores open late tonight with more Big Friday deals at Harvey Norman.
No.
Australian soldiers are on their way to the crisis-hit Solomon Islands as a third day of violence and looting hits the capital. Authorities on the ground fired tear gas at protesters today. Locals say the Australian help can't come soon enough.
Heartache in Honiara. Buildings torched and looters wreaking havoc. Cries of fear echo through the streets. Gina Kikia is on the move in the city's troubled eastern side.
They are worried, especially because most of the shops have been burnt down now.
She takes 9 News past the house of Solomon Islands Prime Minister Manasseh Sogavare as anti-government protesters gather. Fire billows from a nearby blaze.
What we are saying here is for us to turn back.
The risk of danger too great to stay.
I think we just have to leave.
Tonight, Gina and her team are safe, but Honiara is not, despite pleas for calm from a Prime Minister under siege.
I had honestly thought that we had gone past the darkest days in the history of our country.
The islands are about 1,900 kilometres east of Cape York, economic division between people on the streets of Guadalcanal, where Honiara is, and Malaita are believed to have triggered these riots. But underlying this conflict, a decision by the Solomon Islands Prime Minister to publicly realign the nation with Beijing over Taiwan. In Honiara's Chinatown, a Taiwanese flag hangs over one of the last standing buildings. In order to try and restore stability, 23 men and women from the Australian Federal Police landed last night. More left Canberra today. Dozens of defence personnel took off from Queensland. Their mission to secure airports, ports and other critical networks.
To support our Pacific family, to ensure that we can have stability and peace.
The Australian government is adamant the internal troubles are for the Solomon Islands government to fix, not Australia's, but an initial timeline has been set on how long Australian help could be needed.
Hopefully, and in the weeks that are ahead, then the situation can return to some calm.
Beijing is also watching closely, asking the Solomon Islands government to protect Chinese people. And for the people of Honiara, another anxious night awaits.
May God bless us all. May God bless Solomon Islands.
Jonathan Kersley, NBN News.
52 people have been killed in a Siberian coal mine in one of the worst mining disasters in Russia since the Soviet era. Prosecutors say a methane gas explosion spread gas through a ventilation shaft. 3 people, including the mine director, have been arrested, accused of violating safety rules. Police have conceded they're searching in the worst weather imaginable for any trace of William Tyrrell, but they're determined to press on and remain confident of a breakthrough.
A dozen days into the William Tyrrell search and an update of sorts.
The update is the search continues. It's painstaking, it's difficult. We're very happy with the progress so far.
No major milestone in the search for remains, and the weather blamed for pushing the operation out to 6 weeks.
We couldn't have picked a worse time in terms of weather to undertake this search. The weather has been atrocious.
There was more rain today, but that didn't stop Royal Fire Service officers clearing new ground. Or senior detectives who, in their gumboots, finished searching the first site identified in the operation. Animal bones are among the more than a dozen items looked at so far. Another piece of fabric also seized today. While police didn't have a lot to say in their update today, with no DNA found here yet, they were quick to reassure the public they have enough to go forward. I'm told they remain very hopeful of a breakthrough in the next month.
Spirits are still high. The only frustration is the weather.
Kelly Fedor, NBN News.
Our freedom depends on it. That's the message from the federal government today, urging Australians to come forward for their third COVID jab. And tonight we have more details on how the new testing rules will work if there's a case at a New South Wales school.
For Natalie and her kids, it's back to school at the kitchen table.
I've decided to keep my children home because I absolutely am worried.
That's good. What colour's that one?
There are children with COVID in the Katoomba area, and she's not taking any chances. But in this state from Monday, that will be a thing of the past. No schools will be shut due to COVID, but some parents are worried that leaves their children exposed.
To have those changes made without consultation with parents or the community is incredibly upsetting. Not closing the schools now is incredibly problematic because we know COVID will spread, we know children will transmit.
Instead of closing, a PCR test and 7 days of rapid antigen tests after a student or teacher is exposed to COVID. The swab administered by a parent, the results linked up to an app. The special tests are being stored at a central location and will be sent out to schools as needed at no cost to parents.
We want to support our schools, we want to support our families and make sure kids are back in the classroom and families are able to get back to work.
Today, there are 261 new cases of COVID and no deaths, and 185 people in hospital statewide. New South Wales is tracking to hit the 95% double vax rate for the population 16 and over in mid-January. But come December 15, the public health order requiring proof of vaccination will be scrapped and QR check-ins only required at high-risk venues. But if we go the way of Europe into a third or fourth wave of COVID, those measures will be back.
Because we got high vaccination rates, because we got the digital infrastructure with the QR codes and the like, we can turn them on and off as is required. The pandemic is 100% not over.
And while Europe heads towards a winter with increasing case numbers and strain on hospitals due to COVID, Australians will start receiving a reminder in the mail that they're due for their third shot, the booster, 6 months after their second shot. The federal government says it will be the key to keeping Australia open.
Boosters are a vitally important part of our national protection program.
Lizzie Pearl, NBN News.
Coming up next, a man faces court accused of murdering 2 elderly campers.
The search for a little boy handed to a woman in a Sydney coffee shop.
And concerns about a new variant of COVID-19.
Coles has everything you need to really enjoy yourself at Christmas this year. Like the Coles finest luxury Christmas pudding, just $12 each.
What a beautiful noise. For that old Christmas tree, you can give a child some joy. You can light up the
It's time to save big. Beacon's Black Friday Cyber Monday sale is now on with 20% off store-wide. Shop lights, fans and more for 20% off this week only. Hurry, ends Monday.
Space is what you make of it. The new Ford Puma is proof that being compact doesn't have to be a compromise. It can lead to bigger things, punchier things, smarter things, safer things, and another thing which is kind of a big deal, introducing the 2021 Drive Car of the Year Best Light SUV, Ford Puma. Expect big things.
Your backyard, your patch of pride, whatever your vision, Honda's Lawn and Garden range will bring it to life. Reliably built to start first time, every time. Honda power equipment is engineered for life.
Look around. As the favourites come out, it begins. Observing with an eagle eye. Mastering the art of stashing. Brilliant move, Grant. Cadbury favourites. Everyone gets their favourites.
Avoid the rat race this silly season and head to Airs, the place for all your Christmas gifts, including RM boots, Akubra hats, oilskins, handbags, wallets, jeans, and the Yeti outdoor range. Something for everyone at Airs at Lochinvar.
Domain has the sleep solution for everybody and every budget. Our wide range features the best bedding brands and the latest sleep technology. Mattresses and ensembles designed for individual support and personalised comfort. Solutions for hot sleepers. Clever storage ideas to save on space and adjustable bases for healthy bodies and relaxed lifestyles. Our specialised team can help you find your perfect night's sleep. It's all part of the Domain experience. See the difference for yourself at Domain.
Could you afford a vet bill like this? What about these? With PD Pet Insurance, you can comprehensively insure your fur baby for less than $2 a day. Just go to pd.com.au, choose your plan, and buy online in under 3 minutes. To claim, simply go to a vet of your choice, get the treatment your pet needs, pay your vet and send us the bill. We pay out all valid claims within 2 business days. PD Pet Insurance. Buy online and get your first month free.
The man accused of murdering missing Victorian campers Russell Hill and Carol Clay has appeared in court for the first time. Pilot Greg Lynn is now locked up in a Melbourne prison as police zero in on a new search site.
Back in Melbourne, accused double murderer Greg Lynn arrives at the remand centre in a prison.
Earlier, the 55-year-old was silent and calm as he fronted the Sale Magistrates Court, occasionally removing his mask to sip a cup of water. The pilot remanded in custody until May next year. Police believe he murdered Russell Hill and Carol Clay. Detectives alleging the couple was killed on March 20 last year, the same day they arrived at their high country campsite.
The investigators are relieved, but they appreciate there's more work to be done.
And that work will focus primarily on remote bushland in Victoria's Alpine region. Wild weather hampered efforts today, but detectives are confident that somewhere in this rugged, previously unsearched terrain, they'll find the bodies of the missing campers.
We've located a specific area and we will be establishing a search parameter, if you like, in the coming days, and we again are hopeful that we will locate the remains.
The charges and new search site followed a marathon interrogation in Sale. This marks the end of Greg Lynn's 5-day stay in Sale Police Station. The prison van now on the way to Melbourne. Today, Lynn's neighbours in Caroline Springs reacted to news their friendly acquaintance stood accused of double murder.
So it's like, damn, ordinary guy living in a quiet neighbourhood, lovely guy, always say hi, hello.
Tonight, as investigators prepare to step up the search for the remains of the missing campers, their alleged killer faces Christmas and beyond behind bars.
A man who stole a sports car and took it on a joyride around Newcastle and Lake Macquarie has been jailed for up to 3 years. Darren Johns reached speeds of 160 kilometres an hour in the $140,000 Audi during a 25-minute drive from Merewether to Windale. The 44-year-old was today sentenced to at least 1 year and 3 months behind bars. He could be released on parole in November.
2 questions hang over the search for an infant boy from Western Sydney, missing since earlier this year. What has become of the toddler and who is Kathy Newen? She's the mystery woman allegedly given the child along with a handful of cash.
Mystery has surrounded the whereabouts of toddler Vin Lee since his parents dropped him off near this Cabramatta convenience store more than 6 months ago. The 17-month-old boy was removed from his grandmother's care in Canberra by parents Wong Tan Lee and Lin Kim Do on the 9th of April before driving to Temora. A court order was made for him to be returned to his grandmother just days later. Instead, court documents allege the mother and father met with a woman named Kathy Newen outside a Cabramatta corner shop, paying her $200 in cash to look after the child. Neither Vin or Kathy have been seen since. Both parents have spent time in custody for withholding information about his whereabouts. In an affidavit, the child's mother claims she was unable to provide adequate care for him and that the boy was now in the care of his godmother. She told a judge, "I'm willing to let her raise my child and not go looking for him as long as my mother continues to pursue his custody." The question remains, who is Kathy Newen and where is she? Police have so far failed to verify the woman's identity, posing serious concerns for the boy's safety. A child recovery order has been issued. Police are actively searching to locate Vin.
A new COVID-19 variant that's emerged in South Africa is concerning international health experts. The strain has double the mutations of Delta and appears to be even more transmissible. But Australians are being told there's no immediate cause for alarm.
The advice remains that the broad spectrum nature of the vaccines is likely to cover variants.
For now, our border arrangements with South Africa are unchanged.
Turning to finance now, and Black Friday sales weren't enough to balance concerns over the new South African COVID variant, sending shivers through the Australian share market. The stock exchange dropped 128 points, or 1.7%. Our dollar's slipped again. It's fetching 71.43 US cents.
Well, let's go turn to Kate Haberfield with all the day's sport.
And Kate, the search begins for a new wicketkeeper, of course. Wicketkeeper, and there are a few contenders. Thanks, guys. After the break, will Alex Carey or Josh Inglis replace Tim Payne behind the stumps? Wayne Bennett signs another big name for the Dolphins. And supercar aces start arriving at the Mountain.
If you had an unforgettable night at the work Christmas party and now you're struggling to forget the thing you said to the boss, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Max. No sugar, no compromise.
Listen. Listen to your mum. To your dad. Listen to the past. And the future. Listen to the good stuff. To the hard stuff. But just listen, because everything is better when you listen. Audible. Download the app and start listening today.
HelloFresh. Discover a wide range of delicious recipes delivered to your door at a time that suits you, with all the fresh ingredients you need. Order your box now at hellofresh.com.au.
You know, the problem with having a wild one, it's kind of hard to contain. Unless it's resting.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Outdoor Furniture Factory's massive 5-day Black Friday sale. Prices are slashed with up to 60% off the entire outdoor furniture range. Don't miss these unbelievable deals. For 5 days only, get up to 60% off at Outdoor Furniture Factory's massive Black Friday sale.
Rosie here is pretty happy with herself. You see, with Newcastle Permanent, she can quickly fix her mate up for last night's takeaway that she might have just remembered about. Not bad.
Let the sweets drop. With luxury fudge from Aldi's curated collection. Only $4.99 for 150 grams. Because you can't overcook Christmas. Aldi, good, different.
Refresh your home at Harvey Norman. Arrange the Manhattan 4-seater fabric sofa to suit your space. Deep-seated comfort for only $2,799. Relax and recline in complete luxury with the Walgan 3-seater fabric sofa with powered recliners, headrests and console for just $2,999. Get ready for holiday entertaining with the chic and stylish Timo 7-piece dining suite. Just $2,199. Refresh your home now at Harvey Norman.
We now know Pat Cummins will replace Tim Payne as Australian Test captain. The next question is, who will take over behind the stumps? Alex Carey has long been viewed as the wicketkeeper in waiting, but tonight there's growing support for youngster Josh Inglis.
After a public fall from grace, Tim Payne's teammates say their former skipper deserves privacy as he steps away from cricket, his international career almost certainly over.
It's obviously a family matter, it's very personal, so I've always tried to stay out of it. You know what, the Paynes will obviously sort this out amongst themselves, and I think that's the way it should be.
Selectors must now decide who'll take over from Payne as wicketkeeper in the first Ashes Test. 30-year-old Alex Carey has played 83 white ball matches for Australia and showed today in the Sheffield Shield why he has been considered Payne's successor.
A very nice catch from Alex Carey. Alex is keeping really well. I know he's probably missed out a couple of times with the stick, but he's in a good place with his game.
But 26-year-old West Australian Josh Inglis is seen as a longer-term option and has been backed by Ricky Ponting and Shane Warne. Both keepers are likely to play in next week's warm-up match between Australia and Australia A.
First and foremost in Test cricket, you just pick your best keeper. and both of them are good batsmen.
Usman Khawaja has fired back at Travis Head in the battle for the number 5 Ashes batting position.
Short ball flayed away.
Belting 52 from 36 balls as Queensland defeated South Australia. If there's any tension between the pair, you couldn't tell.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, it's not even on my mind right now. Heady deserves it. As much as I do. I'm really good mates with them. I've got no issue, whatever happens. I'm sure the selectors will do their thing and then we'll go from there.
Luke Dufficy, NBN News.
The Dragons have been busy with the chequebook, and that's created some serious headaches for coach Anthony Griffin. New signing Moses Mbai can play almost anywhere on the field, but his versatility could work against him in the battle for a starting spot.
A first glimpse of Moses Mbai in red and white. Unwanted by the Tigers, he's just happy for a fresh start, prepared to wear any number on his back.
Got a few strings in my bow the last few years about playing a few different positions have been quite versatile. But look, I'm here to be a part of this squad and be a part of this club. I've come here with no expectation.
There'll be expectations galore for Penrith as they try to go back to back.
As I said, you don't always get this baby. I better not touch that.
A reference to the broken trophy which got the Panthers in a bit of strife. Ivan Cleary showed off his more relaxed side at the club's presentation night.
It was awful the first year, but thanks for having the faith in me. You probably had to at a 5-year contract, but anyway.
No surprise, Nathan Cleary was named Player of the Year. And while he continues to celebrate, Adam Reynolds was training at his new club, Brisbane, even though he wasn't due to report for another 3 weeks.
He's annoying me already like nuts, but mate, I can't wait to personally play with him and learn from him.
And Wayne Bennett has landed his first big-name signing at the Dolphins. Storm back rower Felice Kafusi will join the new franchise.
Coached him last year in Origin, which was a real pleasure and it was a great pro.
Emma Lawrence, NBN News.
The Dick Johnson racing pair of Anton De Pasquale and Tony D'Alberto are the first supercars team to arrive at Mount Panorama ahead of next week's Bathurst 1000. De Pasquale is full of confidence after winning 5 races at Eastern Creek in the past month.
It's a long day, so you need a bit of luck, you need a car speed. Weather's going to play a massive part, so we're in as good a position as anyone.
Supercars hit the track in Bathurst next Thursday. In just a moment, a setback for Australia's Davis Cup campaign. And Ange Postecoglou almost causes a football boil-over.
There you go, ma'am. All good to go.
Coles Car Insurance is full of nice surprises. Like the fact that we won the 2021 CamStar Award for Outstanding Value. Switch today for value, the Australian way.
Morning skin is the best skin, but it loses plumpness throughout the day. Try this. Unlike regular collagen, it's easily absorbed. New Olay Collagen Peptide. Plump skin all day long.
Some people might push on, eager to reach, but there. The views aren't half bad. There's always a... And if you turn here, you'll make it back for happy hour.
The outsiders ravage our lands. What's to become of our world?
I've been having dreams. This is an extermination.
Dreams make good stories, so that everything important happens when we're awake.
This is only the beginning.
December 2.
With lane departure warning, if an Isuzu N Series drifts into another lane, the driver gets warned and alert. The new N Series from Isuzu. I don't drive one, but I really hope you will.
I can read your future with that, well. So it says you're going to get married or fired. Exciting.
Your future's in the swells and curls.
At TAFE New South Wales, we're excited about the future for those who want to learn something new so they can share it with the world. Enroll now for Semester 1. In-demand courses are filling fast. Search TAFE New South Wales or call 131 601.
Our huge Black Friday sale is now on at Bingley.
It's Black Friday Monday.
5 days of bargains on everything from TVs and technology to fridges, washers and cooking.
But it all ends on Monday.
The Black Friday sale at Bingley.
These are the Aladdin who support foster carers like Kelly and Katrina. There's an urgent need for foster carers. Please contact our team today.
Refresh your kids at Harvey Norman. Choose a glow-in-the-dark quilt cover set. Choice of 2 designs, astronaut or unicorn. Great value at just $39 each. The Sweet Mariana single bed, only $389. The Ajax, a great loft-style bed with built-in storage drawers and bookshelves, $699. With kids' mattresses also available. Kids by Harvey Norman. Designed to make bedtime the best time. See the range in store now at Harvey Norman.
Australia's Davis Cup campaign is in trouble after the team's very first tie, suffering a 3-0 defeat to Croatia. Alex de Minaur went down to former US Open champion Marin Cilic, while Alexei Popyrin was shocked by world number 276 Borna Goyo. Australia needs to win 3-0 against Hungary tomorrow night to keep its quarterfinals hopes alive. You can watch every moment live on Gem. Sydney FC A-League derby in a row tomorrow against Macarthur. Coach Steve Corica has put the heat on his staff forward line after a 0-0 draw against the Wanderers in the opening round.
Just that final third, we were lacking, either a final pass or something a little bit creative.
Scans have confirmed midfielder Luke Bratton will miss the rest of the season with a ruptured ACL. A late collapse in the Europa League has denied Ange Postecoglou his greatest victory as Celtic manager. The Hoops led 2-1 before German heavyweights Bayer Leverkusen scored twice in the last 10 minutes to snatch a 3-2 win. English clubs Leicester and West Ham won, while Tottenham conceded in the last kick of the match to lose 2-1 to Slovenian minnows Mura. The Knights have declared the club is now the biggest developer of talent in rugby league. Newcastle has officially launched its inaugural NRLW side after a false start earlier this year. A proud day in a proud rugby league region.
It's a very important day for the Newcastle Knights. This is the launch of our NRLW side.
And another pathway in a growing rugby league empire.
We have Laurie Daly and we have Andrew John's sides. We have Mats, we have Ball, we have Flegg, we have the Cup. We have Tasha Gale, we have the Harvey Norman in the women's, we have NRLW and the NRL men's side. We are the biggest developer of rugby league talent, both male and female, in the game.
The Knights were set to make their NRLW debut in the 2021 season with Blake Green at the helm, but COVID stopped it in its tracks. Now experienced women's coach Casey Bromelo will steer the ship for 2 seasons in 2022.
He's built some strong players already, so we've already sort of engaged him to say, mate, if you're not training, you're coming down to help out.
The Red and Blue will kick off in February as part of a triple header at McDonald Jones Stadium, and they'll have a distinctly local feel.
The fans are very passionate, and they want to see local players wearing the red and blue. So it's really great to see. At least 7 girls are going to have that opportunity. Run out round 1 at McDonald Jones Stadium.
One of the locals is Bobby Law, who has 2 NRLWs under her belt with the Sydney Roosters.
I've supported whole life. My family's always gone for Newcastle, so to play for the Knights has always been a dream.
A dream Law juggles with full-time work, with the maximum NRLW wage just $28,000.
This is what we want to do, so we'll do anything to play the sport we love.
The season begins on February 27. Merriweather board riders Philippa Anderson and Jackson Baker will contest the final event of the Challenger Series in Hawaii tomorrow. For Baker, a good result will see him join Ryan Callanan and Morgan Sibilic on tour next year. He's just one result away from achieving a lifelong dream, and right now he's riding a wave of emotion.
So it kind of gets you at really weird times. It's not like you wake up in the morning all amped up. You're like, I'm close to qualifying, blah, blah, blah. It hits you when you least expect it. When your brain really wants to settle down, your brain goes, you're close to qualifying. I'm like, yeah, I know. I want to sleep as well.
In Hawaii, on the eve of the final event on the Challenger Series, Baker is sitting within the qualification zone.
I'm trying not to think about what I need to do or what everyone else needs to do. I'm just taking it as the more heats I make, the better chance I got, regardless of qualifying or not. I'm happy and proud of what I've achieved while I've been away. So I think if I can the result regardless, it'll be easier to perform under pressure.
He won't surf in the opening heats at Haleiwa. Instead, he'll hit the water in the round of 64. It's an event which attracts some of the world's best.
You got probably a lot more CT guys than the Portugal contest, Huntington, and France. So, but I mean, that's where I've got to prove myself. I've got to beat those guys to prove that I deserve to be there.
Crowdfunding helped the board rider spend the last few months chasing his dream, something he's especially grateful for.
There's been some hard years there, so to be sitting here talking to you about it, even it being a small possibility, even that's a dream come true.
Now, he's above the CT qualification line at the moment. He just needs to get through a couple of heats and he's there.
Oh, with all that self-talk going on, yeah. It's going to get there. Thanks, Kate.
Stay with us. Right after the break, Gav will fill us in on what's happening with the weather.
Right now, I reckon we can all enjoy a little extra. And that's exactly what you get with McDonald Jones. They're taking $45,000 off every home design. Book your exclusive display home appointment today.
This is an ad for a chip so iconic. We don't need a logo. It's the three-sided crunch. You know, that cheesy, spicy, crispy, crunchy, flavoured snack that rhymes with I need those. But an ad with no logo? That's for the vault.
I think they're about to make contact.
We should blow them out of the sky right now.
But they could hold the peace to our future. Sir, they're sending a message.
Outside, and the field is set to run. They are ready.
Sorry, everyone. We're still alive in the quaddie.
Incredible.
It's arrived. Sportsbet's new Bet with Mates. Start your group, bet together, and share in the moment. Bet with Mates, new from Sportsbet. It doesn't get bigger than this. The BCFing Black Friday sale is on now. Grab yourself a half-price deal, like this Wanderer 10-person tent, Savage Gear quad rods, or this Wanderer icebox. Get in quick.
At Macca's, we're doubling the delicious and taking our classics to new heights. So with a menu that's twice as tempting, the only question is, drive-through or McDelivery?
I want to live, not merely survive. And I won't give up this dream of life that keeps me alive. I gotta be free. I just gotta be free. I gotta be Black November ends Sunday at Nick Scully's. We must clear our floor stock and discontinued lines up to 30, 40 and 50 off. Our floor stock must go. Limited stock ends Sunday. Black November at all Nick Scully stores. Hurry.
Harvey Norman, Big Friday, one-day only deals. Theragun Pro per cut, now $588. TCL 55-inch Quad HD Smart TV, just $649. Electrolux Bake & Steam Oven, $698. Hire fridge with water dispenser, $788. Plus get 60 months interest-free, no deposit, no interest from Latitude with 60 approximately equal monthly payments and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. Stores open late tonight with more Big Friday deals at Harvey Norman.
Right now, I reckon we can all enjoy a little extra. And that's exactly what you get with McDonald Jones. They're taking $45,000 off every home design. Book your exclusive display home appointment today.
This report brought to you by McDonald Jones Homes, building the Australian dream for over 34 years.
Gav joins us now with the latest on what's being wet weather.
And Gav, good news, conditions starting to ease a bit.
Yes, they are, but it's not completely over just yet. Now, we saw some extraordinary rain come down overnight. It was an area from Scone to south of Malay, up over 100 millimetres, and in the middle, Marundo receiving 1.5 months' worth of November rain, causing that flooding. And we can see where all of it fell also, right throughout New South Wales, just huge amounts coming down throughout Queensland. And it's far from over for Queensland as well. It's really going to ramp up throughout the Sunshine State over the next 10 days or so. For New South Wales, well, that low is passing over, storms all through it. You can see how it's moved across the region, the tail of it still clearing from the eastern seaboard tonight. That low has still got to clear as well. That'll move through tonight, and it'll still be quite unsettled at times. It'll move offshore. How the southerly winds, it's a stark contrast to those very humid northerlies. Now that air mass, it's really quite cold. The swell is going to jack up quite quickly as well. The cold is going to mix with the warmer air, and there's going to be big storms right across northern New South Wales. But for us, the atmosphere is stabilising, meaning that it's not only just colder down here on the ground, it's also colder overhead. So it's more even, it's more equal, and that's what we call a stable atmosphere, causing mostly just showers for Sydney. The wet weather continuing in the north, sun's back out in the Alice, and now in the Golden West, they've got a heat wave on their hands. Oh, I think we'd all love a 30 degrees sunny, that's for sure. A hot summer one would be very nice. Temperatures now way below the average for this time of the year, and overall it's going to be the same. The humidity count still way up there. We've got now it's a cold, moisture-filled atmosphere rather than a warm, moisture-filled atmosphere. The southerly winds remaining quite strong. That low has to pass over us overnight, and tomorrow they'll be gusty along the coast, maintain the cloud cover and the showers driving through on and off. It's not a pretty week. And next weekend, I don't want to disappoint you, but next weekend isn't looking great either at this point, but that's another story. Tomorrow, we're looking at the high teens at best. We may see some 20s, but we'll be, truly struggle street getting there. So it is going to be cool. And you've got the wind chill factor too. Like the wind chill factor at the moment feels like about 12, 13 degrees out there. So it's really quite chilly for this time of the year. It's the end of November and summer is knocking on the door. The swell, plenty of that tomorrow. Strong wind warnings, seas 3, swell 4 metres. It's going to be quite solid. Tomorrow there's a low tide just after 8 o'clock, and then we've got the high at 2:30, sun to rise 5:37 down at about 7:45. Taking a look at this forecast. Well, a few showers easing, getting a little bit better there as we move into early next week. There's another system coming through during the middle of next week, and some of that will reach the local area towards the Newcastle coastal areas, Port Stephens, and throughout the lake. For the upper Hunter, also easing off, but cool, overcast, a little bit milder through the middle of the week, and then we'll see what that next system does. It looks like it's mostly going to affect northern New South Wales, and we'll be right on the southern tail end of that one. So hopefully that one should largely leave us alone, so the worst should be over for us. Now, surfers, it is going to be a far different story throughout tomorrow. We've got that swell jacking up overnight, the low moving over, and then it's going to be big and quiet out of control. Only those far southern corners. Now, what about the water temperature? It just started to warm up and then it got cold because of the northerlies. We started to see an upwelling, but now we're back to the south, so hopefully some warmth will blow in, and that warm water is sitting at about the Coffs Coast, so it's getting closer and closer, hopefully in time for summer.
Thank you, Gav.
Thanks, Gav. Cheers.
And that is news for this evening. You can catch the latest headlines on the Today Show from 7 a.m.
From all of us here, have a great weekend.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm Deborah Knight. Welcome to A Current Affair. First, the demolition work these residents never asked for. Their lives and homes have been turned upside down thanks to a construction site next door. So who's to blame? But more importantly, who's going to fix it? Yeah, it's really tough. But there is some good news. Land and Housing says it's found Donna another home nearby where her rent will be waived for 6 months. And she'll be allowed to return to Henry Street once it's fixed. And you can read the statements from the landowners, council and the builder on our homepage. Now, imagine becoming a millionaire overnight. That's exactly what happened to Anthony McManus, who made history last night on Millionaire Hot Seat. Seb Costello paid the lucky winner a visit.
Bloke with a pretty big heart. Yeah. Yeah. And if I may say so, feels like you deserve this.
You're going to make me cry.
I'm not trying to, I promise.
Yeah, I'm famous for it.
Oh, well done to Anthony. He's such a deserving winner, and I reckon he should get that tattoo after all. Enjoy. Now, a development in our story on former highway cop Michael Hicks, who lost his career after Bernard Nash lied under to get out of a drink driving charge. Today, justice. Nash has him behind bars.
And Nash was finally sentenced today for lying under twice. He'll be eligible for parole in 3 years.
What an expensive lie. And it just goes to show the truth always prevails. It goes without saying that when you pay your rates, you expect results. But for Alicia and Robert, that hasn't been the case. All they want is for council to fix their dodgy footpaths. But it seems too hard.
What the actual... But we don't have the infrastructure in place to allow us to be independently productive.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? And for its part, council says the sections of footpath raised in those videos are earmarked for repair soon. Still to come, nostalgia. The Flying Doctor is returning to our screens.
Oh, little it's so cute.
'Tis the Sunday to be jolly.
This is block level drama.
On the grand finale showdown, a champion will be crowned. Who will win?
I'm about to blow your mind.
Christmas special grand finale, Sunday at 7.
When our adventures become misadventures, cleanse with Elastoplast wound spray and protect with our new Bacteria Shield plaster, blocking 99% of bacteria infection. Elastoplast.
The Dark One's army is coming.
What can we do?
We protect the people we love. No matter the cost.
You've both had a single chew. Let's see which lasts the longest for flea and paralysis tick protection. Jump to it, boys. Uh-oh, the monthly chew has lost its bite, while that single Brevecto chew is still protecting. Move over, Rover. With a single chew that protects 3 times longer, Brevecto is the clear winner.
We are back, folks. We can see people again. Can you believe it?
Offering, they're gone. What do you mean they're gone? The snacks, they're gone. They're missing. Well, they have to be here somewhere.
They're not here. I can't just get up and walk away.
All right, only 13 more hours to go.
M&M's, now with crunchy caramel inside.
All this tender, crunchy fried chicken all to ourselves. Cheese whisper.
The rooster's calling. When it comes to super, long-term performance matters. Host Plus has been recognised for 15 years of platinum performance. So whatever plans you had, your future's still waiting for you. Host Plus, we go with you.
Does anyone have a charger? Watch Sky Racing live anywhere with Sportsbet.
Black November ends Sunday at Nick Scali's. We must clear our floor stock and discontinued lines. Lounges reduced, dining tables reduced, dining chairs reduced, and much more. Limited stock ends Sunday. Black November at all Nick Scali stores. Hurry.
City Tools Black Friday sale is on now. DeWalt 6-piece chisel set, half price, $49. The Keter angle grinder kit with 6-amp battery, only $3.49. City Tools, best prices guaranteed. Shop in store online at citytools.com.au.
Holy offer ends Monday.
When is a garden more than just a garden? Well, this isn't a flower garden. It's their own private meadow. This is no mere entertaining area. It's a magical wonderland. And that's not a rooftop garden. It's their own little slice of heaven. Ryobi, for all gardens, great and small. 1+ high-performance garden kits, $249 each.
Ryobi.
This Sunday in NBN News, join me for Rewind and celebrate the stories of us. In this episode, we take a look at the coal industry in the 1960s and our brave workers who mined the seams in our region. Share the memories and rewind only on NBN News Sunday night from 6.
Welcome back. All right, let's take a trip down memory lane. It's been 35 years since The Flying Doctor landed on our screens, and now it's making a comeback. What better way to reminisce than by catching up with the stars themselves? Yeah, we all loved it. And as part of the 35th anniversary, the show is being aired on 9 Now. Coming up, the homeowner who busted a real estate agent for holding an unauthorised open house at her place.
Get up close
Open.
and personal.
Now let's go wag talks.
To your favourite animals. Next,
You have to be very careful.
the zoo's most dangerous procedure.
Animals can spontaneously arouse.
All new Taronga, next on 9.
He saved millions of lives, so why did the world turn against him? Benedict Cumberbatch, Keira Knightley, The Imitation Game, tonight on 9GEM.
At NextSense, we believe everyone should be able to live life to the fullest. We've been working with people with hearing and vision loss for over 160 years. Together, we're redefining what's possible.
Today's pace can take a toll. That's why Panadol Rapid relieves pain 10 minutes faster than regular Panadol tablets. So you can get back to what you care about most. Panadol. Care starts here.
Some see a personalised plate. We see a challenger. Someone who's not afraid to push themselves and the boundaries. More than a plate, it's an attitude to life. Create yours at myplates.com.au.
There you go, ma'am. All good to go.
Coles Car Insurance is full of nice surprises. Like the fact that we won the 2021 CanStar Award for Outstanding Value. Switch today for value, the Australian way.
After COVID hit, the future did look quite uncertain. We heard mining were offering funding support for small business. It was such an exciting moment. We're back in business and it's a great feeling.
Isuzu's N-Series introduces the next generation of safety. One of its features is an advanced emergency braking system that scans the road and can recognise pedestrians. If it senses there's going to be a collision, it brakes automatically. The new N-Series from Isuzu. I don't drive one, but I really hope you will.
When loud little brothers are getting in the way of TikTok fame, check out the Catch app to get what you need fast. Like Cardi's Beats. For anything Black Friday and everything else, Infinity Aussies, check out Catch.
Smashed elbow to the chateau, yeah. Did somebody say E-N-U-L-O-G?
I did. If you're building or renovating, drop into the HIA Home Inspiration Centre at Mayfield West. With over 100 displays on site, you'll be inspired by some of the Hunter's very best products and ideas. You'll come out loaded with inspiration. With HIA, you're in good hands.
Imagine living in your own luxury apartment on the glistening shores of Salamander Bay. Greenside Port Stephens offers resort-style living for over 55s. Your coastal paradise awaits, but apartments are selling fast. Visit Greenside Port Stephens to find out more.
Well, girls and boys, it's been another very exciting day for our friend Big Dog. But now it's time for Big Dog to say goodnight. Good night, Big Dog. Good night, girls and boys. Sweet dreams.
Tomorrow night, caught red-handed.
Open for inspection? Not.
I'm gobsmacked.
How this homeowner busted a real estate agent holding an unauthorised open house.
In my mind, he's taken genuine buyers through who will never look at the property again now.
The stuff-up that defies belief.
It just felt like such a breach of trust.
And that's our program. I'm Deborah Knight. Thanks for your company. Join me tomorrow for Saturday's edition of A Current Affair. And from the team, enjoy your evening. Good night.